Do you like mods? How about more mods? Is there a thing as too many mods? Yo, I'm oqqobbo, and this is the story of how I turned one of my favorite games into an unrecognizable abomination. For the first time, I experienced what most gamers will eventually go through, over-modding their games to the point of absurdity. For those who are familiar with this game, this is going to be a mod showcase, and for everyone else, a frantic retelling of my descent into community-driven madness. And in order to start, we have to go to the beginning. Risk of Rain 2 is what I like to call the perfect game. For those who don't know, Risk of Rain 2 is a point-and-click adventure game, where you point and click your gun at aliens and kill them. I've spent over 5 years of my life in an on and off relationship with it since the first days of early access. It's become my go-to time waster. To me, she's more of a passionate mistress than a wife. Something to crawl back to when I want to have a little bit of fun. But I can only play the same game for so long, and I was starting to think that I might have the strength to move on to finally let this game go. That is, until I found a curious video about modding. Okay, this is embarrassing. Despite being a GigaChad PC gamer, despite having hundreds of hours into this game, I assumed I simply did not have the brain capacity or the motor functions to mod this game. The only game I ever modded was Stardew Valley, and that was only to give my wife Haley a more beautiful smile. So imagine my shock when I learned that modding this game wasn't the Herculean task I thought it was going to be. And in fact, a mouth-breathing Neanderthal like myself can figure it out. I disguised my lack of knowledge as a strong virtue of keeping artistic integrity. But I'm a freak, alright. The only thing I like vanilla is my Minecraft. So me learning how to mod these games was a long time coming. So I did a little digging, and by digging I mean 10 seconds on Google, and I found the thunderstore mod manager. It's as easy as installing a piece of Chinese malware. You can get these mods working faster than you can say, I can be trusted with unrestricted internet access. For me, I always saw mods as the community's answers to problems that the devs couldn't address. Like, how can we improve the base game? How can we improve the item pool? How can I subscribe? I'm just letting you know now, I'm not going to talk about every single mod that I downloaded. The mods I'm going to talk about are important somehow. It's my video, I get to talk about what I want, when I want. Make your own mod video. Well, okay, let's get into it. First, I wanted to keep my mods lore friendly. We start off with some basic quality of life mods, things that just kind of iron out the kinks. A big one is quality of rain, that takes certain game mechanics and make them actually enjoyable to a human being. Things like speeding up shrines and printers, and teleporting your turrets to the teleporters so they're not on the other side of the map just chilling out being useless. Looking Glass is a mod that shows statistical effects of every item, taking away a lot of the guessing work, as well as giving you the ability to enable a stat menu to show the funny numbers get higher. It's quite nice if you want to get those laser precise builds. It's pretty sick. There's also some smaller mods here and there, like a mod that skips the intro. There's a mod that gives you a way to restart the run from the pause menu, something I'm shocked wasn't in the game already. A mod that tells you exactly how you died. There's a mod to save the actual fucking game. One of my favorites is this photo mode that gets these sick ass shots. So far, these are all kind of baseline. Nothing too interesting so far, but let's keep going. Stage Aesthetics is a mod that adds random palette swaps to every stage, as well as adding different times of days and weather effects. I consider this definitely essential, because when you play this game for over thousands of runs, the same 15 maps get real stale real fast. And while we're here, let's add mirrored stage variants. This gives the stage a chance to be flipped, Mario Kart style. My tiny little brain can't comprehend the simple change like this, so at least for me it feels like every stage is doubled. Then there are skin packs. These are up to preference, but I love the Lost Through Time skin pack. These add great, fully detailed skins to all the vanilla survivors. These look absolutely fucking stunning. Big shout out to the people who modeled these. And you can tell that these people are truly talented. These are just a few of many quality of life mods, and honestly, before now, I thought the game was pretty well polished, all things considered. But after a few runs with these installed, I was shocked that I played this game without these features before. The game is just objectively better now. It isn't like other games famous for its mods. It turns out, if you get a good game and give it good mods, you'll get something pretty good. And in fact, I think there's no way this could go wrong. Starstorm 2 is a fantastic mod pack, serving as a second expansion. There's new characters, new items, a new difficulty, but most importantly, it adds a Risk of Rain. If you put this in the base game and told me it was a DLC, I would have believed it. This mod is fantastic. We got all these new items, the stages look great. Let's see about some custom characters. I think custom characters are the most impressive mods out of the bunch. Here are some of my favorite lore-friendly ones that I found. Enforcer is an absolute unit, equipped with a riot shield and a shotgun, perfect for breaking up peaceful protests. Like most police officers, he's a bit on the slow side, but he makes up for it in girth and lack of trigger discipline. A great fit with his fellow survivors, and the only other character that can take advantage of the Paladin lets me LARP as a man taller than 6 feet tall. Very powerful melee character with a good variety of spells and a ton of skins. This guy is really well thought out, and I really enjoy how they weave such a strange character into the lore and world building of this game. There's even some cool dialogue from the final boss. Then there's Arsonist, who feels and looks like he would tell his friends not to come to school tomorrow. Sporting a flamethrower and a problem with authority, he's packing the heat. It turns out using a flamethrower makes things pretty hot. You have to take frequent breaks in between committing war crimes in order for it to cool down. There's a super critical mode where you're constantly edging the flame to its limit, stroking and jerking the fire, if you will, all that stuff. And then there's Rocket, which feels like the soldier from TF2, from the rocket jumps to the silly legs and everything. Now this is what I call gaming. He also has a designated suicide button.
You should kill yourself.
Alright, I'm drawing a line. If you don't want to watch me destroy this beautiful 10 out of 10 game, click away now. Watch time be damned. But if you want to go deeper to the world of the silly, well, let's go. At this point, I felt the spark of our relationship rekindle. With a new sense of excitement, I sank hours and hours playing the new survivors, admiring the new stages, and getting the logs. But why the hell would I stop here? I wanted more. So that's what I did. I got more. And more. And more. And more. And more. And more. And more. I fell into a deep hole where you start spending more time finding mods and downloading them than you do actually playing the game. So there's a point where being lore friendly isn't a necessity. Look, it's me. Literally me. The driver mod is quite, may I say, a banger. What I thought would be a simple shitpost of a character turned out to be one of the most polished and creative survivors out there. I just want to highlight how sick the gameplay is. You start off with this little dinky pistol, and enemies have a chance to drop different weapons which alter the gunplay in real time. Or you can set it where they drop different ammo types, giving you a quick buff. This loop of taking on hordes of enemies and constantly changing your weapons and your skills in real time turns Risk of Rain into a goddamn arcade game. It's akin to Metal Slug. And speaking of, there's a Metal Skin Slug too. I want to stress how great this mod is. Definitely one of my favorite character mods so far. Then I saw that you can play as a tank, and I mean a literal tank. If we look in the loadout section, we are bombarded with different options and builds. This basically turns the game into War Thunder. Today's spot, there's so many different combinations of different weapons, power-ups, bodies, and all these affects your stats like speed and armor. After some experimentation, you get this sweet spot where this game isn't just a normal roguelike. We're turning this bitch into a drive-by. After this, they sent me down a path to find some more character mods. But if we look at the top download characters, there's one that really stands out. They say that hindsight is 20/20. Looking back on this is what they'll refer to as the incident. Remember what I said earlier about how mods are solutions to problems. Now there is this problem that was really bothering me. What if Goku was in this game? Goku is the strongest fighter and the protector of Earth. I don't have the facts to back this up, but I hypothesize that Risk of Rain 2 sales shot up at least 200% in Latin America because of this mod alone.
Even further beyond. Wait, no. Super Saiyan 3.
Like I said before, I'm a man who loves his mods being lore friendly, but come on, can you blame me?
Whoa, this is kind of sick.
I grew up on Budokai Tenkaichi for the PS2. How can I not get Goku? His animations and voice lines are so fucking cheesy, and I love it. And I had to give the mod credit where it's due. There are whole new mechanics and gameplay systems that they introduced just to make him work. I mean, look at this shit. You know, while we're here, let's look at some other character mods. The Bomber, he's like a big robot that shoots mods. That's pretty cool. And speaking of big robots, there's Chef from Risk of Rain 1. Speaking of big robots, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is one of the best animes out there. It's hype as hell, and it doesn't take itself seriously. And neither should this mod. I mean, it's not. This is pretty far from more friendly, but I mean, who cares, dude? What I absolutely love about the Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann mod is how fucking silly it is. On the side, you can build up spiral energy here, and when you do, you have the power to make the Gurren Lagann. Just look at these moves. Gaming is saved, but that's not even the best part. You can do the ultimate attack, the Giga Drill Break. The Giga Drill Break.
That's so fucking cool.
There was a point where I was modding so many characters, so many stages, so many items, I did not feasibly have enough time to test them all out. Why the fuck would I spend so much time modding all of this content if there's no way for me to play it? So I needed an answer, and I found it. I decided to download this cheat interface, which allows me to play any character I want, get any item I want, I can go to any stage I want, I can even play as the enemies. This was a godsend because instead of spending hours on a single run in order to see a new stage here and there, I can just do it at the snap of my fingers. I was pretty against downloading a cheat engine just because I, enjoy playing this game overall. But hey, this lets me get to the good parts faster. One thing I really like about this mod is that it allows you to spawn in allies. You see, I don't really have a lot of friends that play this game, so sometimes I like to just spawn in an NPC and just have a little fun. So here we can, I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. What can I say? I just thought it would be funny. I still care about keeping the sanctity of the game. And who says that Artificer can't wear a skirt? Okay, it's funny. I've been obsessing over Risk of Rain 2 for so long that I decided to take a break. During this time, the Elden Ring DLC has been out for a couple of weeks, so I decided to relax and play with some friends. But in the back of my head, I was always thinking how I can improve the game. And then it hit me. There's an integral part of the multiplayer experience that's just missing from Risk of Rain 2. Something so obvious. How are you gonna make a game released in this decade and not include the ability to emote? Badass emotes adds dozens upon dozens upon dozens upon dozens of emotes. Far too many to count on one hand. These are especially fantastic and funny because nothing you do gets you out of the emote animation. I am shocked at how much content this emote pack has. There are memes and everything. I don't even understand half the references here. And okay, one or two more mod. We added new items, we added new characters. How about new stages? Fogbound Lagoon fits in right into the game. Half of the stage, the other half is shores. The separation of water and land just adds atmosphere and the feel of the map. Then there's Catacombs. Honestly, this map kind of clashes with the rest of the game. It looks cool, don't get me wrong, but when I look around, it just kind of feels like Dark Souls. Something that clashes slightly less is Bob-omb Battlefield. Yippee! Yippee! Wahoo! 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 Yeah! Okay, man, I'm getting bored. Let's check out some new characters. Okay, this character's kind of Okay, one more. Let's see. Let's check it out. Oh, okay, this is kind of cool. Okay, I forgot what mod this was, but this is one of my new favorite items. It's a personal, recreational nuclear bomb. And just like real life, you can describe nukes as moderately dangerous. Do you guys think that's enough mods? My game takes a brisk 3 minutes to open up now. Why stop now? Artistic integrity, more like hit the gritty, am I right? Some may think I've gone too far, but I don't think I've gone far enough. There's one type of mod I really haven't explored yet. Not safe for work. I mean, it doesn't hurt to look, right? This game is so far from sexualized as it could be. I'm sure it's just silly, right? I mean, whatever, dude. It's just good fun. Go. I like to see mods as answers to questions that your average player might have. Well, one question that has plagued my subconscious is, why isn't Artificer 300 pounds heavier? Fatify was a mod I found in a BBW fetishist website. Don't ask how I got there, okay? Don't check, really. I'm impressed with the quality of the models. There's a lot to appreciate. If you thought Vanilla Huntress was packing some junk in her trunk, how about we go a little bit thicker? Not enough cake for you, pal? How about the whole fucking bakery? Every character has at least 2 BBW variants of varying voluptuousness. Thicker! Thicker! It is not just the characters, okay? Even NG's turrets went through an upgrade. This mod is pushing unrealistic beauty standards. And this is a great time to talk about those mods. Fem mods I downloaded ironically, okay? The mod description showed that they added jiggle physics. And that's so funny. Gulp. That's just porn. I just wanted to showcase the jiggle physics from the emotes. Jiggle. Okay. Gulp. This is what peak gaming looks like. This is the ideal form. Art direction. More like art erection. Fuck it. I'm only ironically downloading these. Who cares? I don't have the mental illness necessary to play League of Legends, but now I can. If I didn't want to kill myself before, I do now. Here's my League of Legends review. It's shit. It's shit. Vegeta! Here are some skin mods I found. Sussy! Sonic's here too! The Sonic the Hedgehog mod is quite good. My only complaint about the mod is that I wish he started out a little bit better. It makes you want to bark like a dog! Goku. Black creatures. Let's add some more items. Strange Tentacle is a new lunar item that has a questionable placement. It has the really funny effect of growing an egg inside of you. You can use these eggs at printers to get more items. So if you get it early enough in the run, you're constantly laying eggs, which gives you more items, which makes you more powerful. And
this is a weird observation, and I'm pretty sure it's just a visual glitch. But if you play Artificer,
it almost looks like her belly is getting swollen. It's funny. Or her Embrace. It changes the way the game is played entirely. It swaps all items into
funny effect.
Oh Christ, I can't even show that. Where are my fox girls at? Where are my cat girls at? Is that Spyro? Risk of rain? More like risk of developing unhealthy sexual coping mechanism. Just one more mod. Just two more.
Just one more mod.
What's this mod? Vibration support? What does that mean? I don't have the hardware for this. I feel like I crossed the line somewhere. Somewhere between Goku and forced pregnancy. I'm starting to think that the people who make these mods might have some less than innocent intentions. If there's a joke here, I don't get it. I have to stop. This isn't Risk of Rain 2 anymore. So I closed the game. For the sake of my mental health, I uninstalled everything. I didn't really know what to do in this moment, so I just did the only thing I can think of. I've reached a point in my adult life where it's really hard for me to justify playing video games. I feel like I have to be productive or that I actually deserve it. Otherwise, I feel like I'm wasting my time. But spending time hyper-fixating, hyper-optimizing how much fun I can get out of the game stripped away any enjoyment that I had. It felt like a chore. You can take away some poetic message from this whole experience. The endless hunger of the soul, flying too close to the sun, freedom being a shackle by another name. But I'm not gonna do that. Here's the lesson for the day. Don't be a fucking idiot like me and overmod the game. Stay away from fetish mods and have fun. Okay, maybe I did keep one mod. This started off as a small project, but it quickly became way worse than it. Yeah, you get it. You watch the video. This channel is growing way bigger than I thought it ever would, so I'm very thankful for that. I want to thank you guys again for watching the video. Make sure you guys know what to do. You guys, we don't gotta play this little game. Just have a great night. I love you guys.